Hey, True Believers. Chris Mack coming at you with Legends of the Dark Claw #1. And this is part of the Amalgam series that came out way back when. And this is probably my top favorite. I haven't read a whole lot of them, but because of the mixture of this character, it's just like, yes! I've been wanting to review it. I had to buy another copy because the one that I had, initially I had signed by Larry Hama, so there was no way I'm opening that one again. So thankfully I found a relatively inexpensive copy. Which, can anybody down in the comments explain to me how this book is starting to go up in value so much? Is it just because it's Batman Wolverine? I don't know. But anyway, one thing that kills me is when you look on the DC and Marvel wiki for this book, they call it a one-shot. Now keep that in mind because I want to explain that in a second. And I just want to open up and show this gorgeous splash page, how Wolverine still kind of has his tiger stripe suit in this universe along with the Batman cowl and his claws, and it's just a very dynamic, gorgeous looking page. The print date on this was April 1996, and here this is where Batman Dark Claw is fighting the hyena, which, as you can see, it's a mixture of Sabretooth and the Joker, and his whole the jackal's, or the hyena's thing is he's infiltrating the Gotham Gazette, and so that's what our hero's trying to figure out. And it's odd to see Sabretooth has a dark sense of humor, but not like the Joker. He's like, I don't expect you're going to tell me anyway. It's no fun if I just tell you. This isn't 20 questions. You're always such a humorless stick in the mud. So inflexible. You never want to play. So you can see that Sabretooth, or the hyena, is not someone that you want to mess with. Now, I like here how in the dialogue first issue, he's like, good thing I have a mutant healing factor. So we can see that this is Batman, but he does have Wolverine's claws, adamantium, and his healing factor. So basically invulnerable. And then what I like here is, as he's talking, you come to find out he has this sidekick called Sparrow. So you're thinking, I wonder who they could have got to be like a Robin-esque character, which here it makes perfect sense because it is, at this time and point, this was kind of Wolverine's new surrogate daughter. It's Jubilee. So I love that. And, you know, she still has her snarky attitude that she has because at this time, you know, 90s teenagers really had that really extreme attitude. And then you flip over and, oh man, that is such a gorgeous splash page. I mean, look at how dynamic that is. The two hero and villain just going at it in their, you know, the main focal point. You know, they're not off here to the side or whatever. Perfectly symmetrical. And you see, and this is called Gotham, so you see Gotham there in the background. This was called Through a Glass Darkly. And again, I like how the credits are written on the broken glass. So we have writer Larry Hama, penciler Jim Balint, inker Ray McCarthy, colors Pat Garthy, letter Bill Oakley, editor at this time was Denny O'Neil. Heck yeah. And just love this page. I could stare at this. This would have been a great poster at one time in history. So anyway, you come to see how tough the hyena really is, and Dark Claw has to escape, and as you can see, Sparrow, or Jubilee as we'll call her, is able to pick her up. They're able to blow past the shield helicarrier, so there is shield in this universe. So I like how they really incorporated the Marvel and DC universe into this comic. It was very well done. And then before we get any more with our heroes, we see this character. And at first I thought it was supposed to be like a faux Catwoman or maybe a spoiler, but this is the Huntress. And she's trying to hunt down the hyena, but everything that she finds about the hyena leads her to the studio of Logan Wayne. Who's Logan Wayne? We'll get into that in a second. And in this universe, the reason this character is rich is because he paints. And it's like a profusion of large, bold canvases in his distinctive style, said by some critics to profess the fury of feral slashes. So kind of gives it away there that Logan Wayne is Dark Claw. But Carol, in her digging, finds more than she bargained for. She goes, Logan is the Dark Claw. And that kind of reminds me how when Rorschach broke into the, I can't remember his real name, but the comedian's apartment when he died and found out that he was the comedian. Kind of the same thing here. Darkclaw doesn't take too kindly to her snooping around, so they go to tussle, but they start to talk. And this was back when, to me, Carol Danvers was worth the flip. Back when she was Ms. Marvel. The Captain Marvel, I don't want to go there, but no. Just no. So here we kind of see the Weapon X experiment. We see Wolverine, or Darkclaw. We see the hyena, who you come to find out its name is Creed. So kind of homage there to Victor. And he explains, he goes, the program was a resounding success. By trying to find the perfect killing machine, it produced exactly what it set out to produce. And here they actually, they do have the Professor, Cornelius, and Hines, same names as from the Marvel Comics Presents. And he said they created a remorseless killing machine, devoid of all human compassion. But he says that he was the failure, as were Creed here, and the just creepiness, the devoid of the eyes, and his intentions within the artwork here. Let's talk about how he was the one that was the perfect weapon. And then we kind of get a comic relief where, what's this damaged bimbo doing in here? And that's just so Jubilee. And there's some more really nice moments with her I don't want to give away. You do find out why the hyena was at the Gotham Gazette, which I don't want to give away. But then we get into some more great action, dynamic panels. It's not boring to read. You see the hyena has the same intentions of what his plans are. And just coming out of the toilet's just the best part. This is no way to get ahead, lad. This probably would put your career in the toilet. That is, if you weren't already dead. Just dang. Now, I'm going to skip to the inks. Like I said, I don't want to spoil this book. It's kind of a quick review because it is, in a sense, a quick read, but an entertaining one nonetheless. Now, the reason I want to do this last panel is Logan is left here hanging on this wheel well of this plane, and he's talking to Sparrow. He goes, now circle back and let me get another crack at Hyena. And it says, next issue, this claw, this crossbow. And you're thinking, okay, yeah, this was pretty awesome. I can't wait to read issue 2. But as I said, when I went on to the DC and Marvel's wiki, they label it as a one-shot. So I don't know if the Amalgams all just got like 1, maybe 2 issues, but it's just like, damn, I would love to read some more Legends of the Dark Claw. So if anybody from Marvel or DC is reading or listening, if y'all can get a hold of Larry Hama, put him in a headlock, say we need some more Dark Claw. His popularity right now from people that are in the know is getting really excited. I remember when I found my first copy of this in a garage sale, I just about pooped myself with excitement. I grabbed it and I hung onto it for dear life. And that's why when Larry Hama was at the Comic-Con, I went, would you please sign this? I could have grabbed some Wolverines, I could have grabbed some G.I. Joes, but I wanted my Dark Claw signed. So I had to get another copy to review to share with everyone. And even though these may not hold value, still fun read, beautiful artwork. And at the end of the day, as long as you're entertained and you're not bored by a comic book, that's what's important. So if y'all have enjoyed this review, please first and foremost check with your local comic shop and see if they have any copies of this in stock. I highly doubt it, but I have my fingers crossed for you. If not, then I hope y'all can find a relatively cheap copy so you're not having to pay out the wazoo for it. If you have enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little adamantium bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and we love hearing your feedback and talking with y'all down in the comments below or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.